endangered in the UK?
No.
Anybody know that?
No.
Okay, so that's good. That's where I come into it. So I love the performing arts just like you do. I love singing, so many genres of music I love. I love acting, dancing. I studied musical theatre. Any musical theatre lovers? Yes. Okay, so one by one, share with me your favourite musical if you have one. Do you have a favourite musical?
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz.
Singing in the Rain.
Singing in the Rain.
Rent.
Rent.
Oh yeah, so many, but Rent and Hamilton.
Rent and Hamilton. No worries. Favourite musical?
Phantom of the Opera.
Phantom of the Opera.
Yes.
Rumba. Woo.
Rumba.
Any others?
West Side Story.
West Side Story. Yeah. Well, I love them all. And one of my favourites is Hamilton, I must say. But I do love West Side Story. Of course, yes.
Afrobeat.
Afrobeat, of course. Afrobeat. And
Did you ever have an inch?
okay, that's right. Yeah. Do you have a favourite musical? Afrobeat. Afrobeat. Okay, lovely. So yes, I love all the musicals, and it's just been a real pleasure, I think, to study so many genres. When I did musical theatre, actually, not just musical theatre. So I studied opera, obviously R&B, all types. And so I realised that actually I need to go to university because it will be good to turn everything into an actual qualification. So I went to university and did a BA Honours in Drama, Theatre and Performance Studies at Roehampton University. Anybody heard?
Okay.
So I did my professional studies, dramatic studies.
You see?
Yeah.
So I stayed on at Roehampton and did a Masters in Performance and Creative Research. And it was at that point I realised I really love set design. I love what goes on behind the scenes, whether it's TV or theatre, film. So we learned a lot to do with props on stage and how it helps to enhance performance. Who can guess what one of the props I learned was? Of course! And it looked at fans in period dramas, etc., and how it enhances and tells you more about an era. So I thought, I really love fans. I love its performative methods. I did a little bit of burlesque, studied burlesque dancing. How do burlesque? Yes, of course. Flamenco?
Yeah.
Yes. All relates with the fans. So I love the idea that it's a mechanism that it can open and close, you can physically use it, but it also has other purposes other than being a cooling device. Now, who has heard of the Heritage Craft Association? Anyone?
Yeah.
Okay. They released a list of endangered crafts in 2017, not long after I finished my MA. And fan making was on that list. And I had this epiphany moment, like a eureka moment. And I realised, I think I'm called to do something with fans, because I genuinely love fans. Travelled across Europe, he's been to France, Spain, of course, Malta, Portugal, Italy. And I loved collecting fans, mostly of souvenir items. So I thought, okay, what can I do? So I began to learn, research about the craft, and it got to a stage where I thought, let me do some workshops, demonstrations, talks, even to teach it in dancing as well. So that's what brings me here today. But last year, I was privileged to meet the lovely Becky because, Family Victoria was listed, I think shortlisted, as part of the Best of Greenwich Business Awards, which was last year. And obviously Becky was there. And so we networked and we had a lovely dinner, didn't we? It was amazing. Tim, the winner of The Apprentice, was there. It was so good. The dinner was lovely. Lots of wine. And that's how we exchanged details. And this day, that's why we were here now, basically. This day is born. So, with that said, I'm going to show you a Chief Ganazzi fan. this before?
Yeah.
You said yes.
Yes.
Where have you seen this type of fan before?
Now chiefs
West
use it
Africa.
in my tradition.
Yes! West Africa. So the chiefs have this type of fan, a chief Nancy fan, and it has all sorts of ceremonial connotations and traditions surrounding it. It will always have an elephant's tusk representation and a sheath and a sword. Because the chiefs are known to be obviously to be wise, they're elders. In some tribes they call them kings, Eze, kings, you know. And so they would have a chieftaincy fan made from different animal skins. Sorry, the vegan lovers, but I'm on your side soon, don't worry. And you'll have your name across there. So people don't need to actually hear you say your name. My name is Dennis, because it would be on your fan.
Check my phone.
And it would be a special way to greet, isn't it? Special way to greet. And so in our culture, because we're actually from the same tribe, I'm used to seeing the chief. This is the types of fans I grew up seeing. Okay, and not many people know about this. This is called a fixed fan. Say fixed fan.
Fixed fan.
That's it. This is called a fixed fan. So one of the things I love to do is to teach about different types of fans. And in India, they have fixed fans as well. It has a different name, though. But in Europe, of course, we're used to the folding fan. Like this, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. From Asia, so China and Japan were the first to start this type of fan mechanism. And obviously it was the Portuguese who settled on the coastlines of China, like Canton, and brought the folding fan into Europe. And the aristocracy, monarchs, they were the ones who first of all had a fan. So if you research Queen Elizabeth I, most of her paintings, she's with a fan. Yes, it's all to do with status, yes. So today, of course, across the world, it's all about being vegan and sustainable. So I teach this type of fan. So it's the folding fan, but it's with paper and wood, okay, with PVA glue. So it's all vegan, I promise you. And obviously you're all singers, so we're going to mount the leaf of, I don't know what tune this is. Maybe somebody can tell me the tune that is depicted on here. So is that okay?
Yes.
That's lovely. So that's who I am, Victoria. I love doing workshops. I go into schools, care homes, residential homes, community centres. I teach to all types of societies, and it's amazing. I meet people of all backgrounds, ages, walks of life, and I can theme it. So I've done sessions for Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, weddings, all types of, it can be themed to anything. It's so diverse and versatile. I absolutely love it. There is no company in the world where you will see a teacher that is the hands and feet and goes in to different communities. You know, I bring in the craft to you. You won't see that happening. Hence why so many skills are dying, because it's very hard for people to transfer for so many reasons. But if I can just transfer something to you today, you get that residue, bang it on you, then that can hopefully inspire somebody across my journey to say, I might do something else with it too. So that's the whole idea, to inspire the next generation. Give yourselves a clap for listening. Any question? Yes.
Do you think the fan influenced fashion in any way? I'm thinking about the Elizabethan ruffles, or was it the other way around, influencing the opening? Yeah, the opening.
That's such a good question, Sandra, because in Japan and China, where the folding fan originates, it actually took the idea from an animal's wing, which if you look at my logo, you'll see it's like a leaf shape, like a rainbow shape with wings, like an eagle, because my logo symbolises that I'm going to soar and take the craft where it's never been before. So basically, they were really interested in the mechanism of how an animal's wing opens and closes in China. They studied it and realised we can make a device that cools because this motion of opening and closing creates a wind. And who knows the kimono? The kimono.
Yeah.
That also inspired the kimono dress. The kimono and tops and
Yeah,
things.
because it's got the big the sleeves and the shoulders big.
It's from
ones.
animals'
Yeah.
wings.
Makes sense.
So fashion.
And it keeps you quite cool as well.
Exactly. So yes, that's where it started from in terms of fashion, and all types of cultures. So yes, in the Elizabethan age, yes, of course the collar very wide. That's sort of like the folding of the fan,
Yeah.
sort of around. You're absolutely right. But that's the originator of the idea of the folding fan. Isn't that amazing?
But I live in a museum in Greenwich. I don't know
Yes,
if
there
it's
is.
a fan museum, yeah.
I am completely different because I studied everywhere across the country and I couldn't find anybody that's taking the craft into the communities, actually bringing it to people, everyday people, because everyday people, for me, you are the real people.
So you're not static.
That's it, that's it. And so I hadn't seen that done anywhere, and to actually teach different styles of fans and to really communicate love through the craft, because I think for so long, another reason in my humble opinion why we have endangered crafts is it stayed so long with a demographic of a certain type of people. And I'm demystifying. Hey, I'm breaking that down. I'm saying, actually, no, I'm going to do something different. This is the face of modern fan making. Look at it right here. I represent all of you, every single person. And in my workshops, I like to say it's a therapeutic session. And as we get going, like today, you'll see we'll have music, there's food. You won't get that atmosphere anywhere else. I've studied how other places do teach their craft. And it's about different people feeling comfortable to come in. You don't need a massive income. Some classes can charge you a very big amount, and they're somewhere so far. By the time you've paid for your travel to get there, you've paid for the workshop, you see how it leaves out quite a lot of people. You see what I mean? So that's why it's affordable with me, fun. I'm the model face. This is what Britain looks like now in 2023. Do we agree? It has to move on. It has to move on. And different types of people, I want them to see me and think, if she can do it, I can do it. She looks like me. She can do it, I can do it. She thinks like me. So if she can start something, a company, I can start it. She is really nice like me. She likes people. So if she can do it, I can do it. So I want that residue. Hopefully today you think about, actually, what can I do in my community? There's something if you've been passionate about but you wasn't quite sure, I encourage you to do it. Because you never know where it might take you. And you're never alone. Just the last thing I'll say before we start, I promise you we'll start, was that I did feel at first like, oh my gosh, I'm on my own. But then I realised if you don't start, you won't get the help you need. Nobody will know about you to give you, the help, encouragement of what you really need. So you have to start from somewhere. So I just did talks in the local libraries, even before I had the website, posted. Yes.
It's largely, fan now is kind of associated to being female, feminine, kind of like milieu and everything. How do you address that? How do you come across that gender barrier?
Yes, that's a good question.
In this one.
Yeah.
There are lots of fans designed for men, actually, and with the online workshops that I do, so the pandemic made me to go online and do workshops there. I do a proper talk which takes you through the different eras, like you mentioned, of fan making, so you see how it's evolved. And then there is quite a section that looks on the fans that men use and still use today. So I would encourage you, if you want to have an online, even if it's not necessarily the workshop, but just to learn more about the actual history of how fans have evolved, I can teach you through that. It's amazing. There are fans, samurai fans that men have used. Yes.
That's a really interesting question as well, because obviously when you start a fan from West Africa, that's used, by men so much, but it just reconfiguring it to here and the way it's generally seen. So
and even in the Indian culture as well,
well.
they have a particular types of mixed fans that men do use. And that's why it's important that I teach those things, because in a lot of places you'll only learn about the typical European, beautiful as they are, folding fans, but other cultures do have fans that are used by men.
For different reasons as well.
Yes.
For specific reasons.
Some are like weapons.
Yes.
Some are like weapons. So let's start, shall we? I think that's all the questions. Feel free to ask me as we go along. Fabulous. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And on the clap, let's just.
Podawaj trepki. Podawaj trepki, nie chodzi.
Łapy zbiegły, normalnie.
Jej! So just to ask, are we having fun, everyone?
Yes.
Are we having fun, everyone?
Yes.
Hey, lovely.
Thank you, everyone. Count of three. Let's say thank you. 1, 2, 3. And let's say well. I'm going to say thank you. On the count of 3, let's say thank you. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. And let's say well done, because you're all amazing. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Thank you, everyone. I think
Amazing.
Before you go, I have a gift for Becky Okay. Please keep recording, Zoe. Can we put our hands together for Becky for helping to put this together? Let's give her a clap. Give her a clap. And Fran, where's Fran? Here. Come. This is your fan.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
Open your fan, Fran. Open your fan, Fran.
Oh, it's so cute.
Wow.
That's it.
Oh my God.
From the clouds.
Let's see. You've got a task. Let's see if they can do it. It's called the flick of the wrist. Oh, yes. So if you can do this. Let's see.
Oh, God.
Let's encourage him. Fran. Well done, Becky. But really whack it.
That sounds lovely.
Becky. Give them a clap. It's organised. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And it comes with a box.
And thank you too.
So thank you very much. If you haven't finished, you've got about 5-10 minutes to just finish off if you haven't finished. Thank you to everyone for coming, for turning up tonight. You're very busy people, I know. Working people, I know. So thank you. I have to hold my
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Guys, can we say a massive thank you and well done to Tori?